Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Pastor Yemi Omogboyega. God bless you. Thank you for patronizing my channel. I just want to quickly talk on let the weak or the poor breathe. Let the weak or the poor breathe. Life is such a place that is blunt. Life is also brutish. Life is short. If you don't, let me put it this way, only God Almighty and you yourself can make you fulfill your destiny. Otherwise, the world is ready to use you or to compromise your destiny for you. I'll tell you a story. Practical story. During the course of executing a building project that I'm handling for somebody years ago, I brought in some workers, bricklayers, labormen, and all that. So amongst the bricklayers, there were two people that were of contrast nature. But both of them were achieving the same result. The first one was very fast and he did a quality job. And the second one was slow. I wouldn't say very slow, but slow. He moves at his own pace. He also did a very quality job. The one that was fast, because he was very fast, one day I told him, since you are very fast, we had a target limit of setting 120 blocks a day. And by the time it was 1 o'clock, we'll start work around 8 o'clock. By the time it was 12 to 1 o'clock, he has finished setting his own 120 blocks. So he was up for the day. Then, one day he asked me, Daddy, can I do more? And you pay me extra labor, extra for my further work? I said, why not? So many a time he would do like 1.5 days work. That is, after the setting the 120, he will set additional 60 or a little bit more. It got to a point that I started calculating it block by block. So sometimes he would do 90 in addition to his 120. Sometimes he would do 60 and he maintained quality. So in order to encourage him, I said, why not? I'll pay you extra. You are making my job quicker. However, the one that was slow would finish his own setting of 120 blocks at about 4 o'clock, but the same quality. However, one thing happened. So when we are talking, I discovered that the one that was doing a quality job, but was slow, was being despised by the rest, kind of mocking. Some of them were even saying he was not a bricklayer. I mean, they just kind of hissed at him, and that simply his offense was that he wasn't fast, but he was offering the best of services, including, just like every other one. So I looked at this guy and I said, this should not be the case. Everybody should go at his own pace, provided you are doing a good job. I remembered one of them, one of the first ones. When I talk about him, the other one, they will say, no, forget. He's not a bricklayer. I can't consider him to be a bricklayer. Whereas I saw his good jobs, and I was encouraged to encourage this slow but steady one. So, as we are progressing with the work, I noticed that guy was being mocked. I decided to say, I needed both of you. If you are fast, you get extra money. You are not fast, you are not getting more than you have worked for. I consider that fair enough. I should not, because of his being despised, then despise him myself. No, God does not want that. Let everybody go at his own pace. Now, we finished that work, and we were going to go to another stage on the work. This time around, I decided to divide the job into two. I gave 50% of it to the fast one. I say, handle that. I gave 50% of it to the slow one. So, but they were interacting anyway. So the comment again came that, no, this one is slow, whereas everybody is doing his own. And it got to the peak when the labor who was working for the slow one became highly confrontational. He looked at him as if being slow. He looked at him as if, he would talk to him anyhow. And sometimes that other guy that is slow will be angry. So I had to persuade him, pacify him. The same thing with the other one that was fast, no problem. I believe that everybody should work at his own pace, provided you are delivering good quality job. So it became a fracas between them. Let's look at the background of these two. The one that was slow happened to have started life so roughly. It was once somebody you can call an area boy. Smokes, drinks alcohol, and everything. And the other one was not into that. He appeared to have started from a better background. And this one that was from a rough background, in the process of his area boy's days, he got himself enrolled into bricklayer work. He started as a labor, and later he got the skill and started working as a bricklayer. I was doing a good job, but slow. So one day in fact, as at that time, he was still into serious smoking, such that he was easily provoked amongst his people, especially when they were working in team. But God gave him, by nature, take alcohol from him, take all these weeds from him. He's a humble person. So one day it was like quarrel was again about to start between him and the others. And the moment I saw him, I understood the situation. I will persuade him. He will calm down. He will say, Daddy, it's because of you. If not for you, me, I don't take all these things. I say, cool down. Just go ahead with your work. And interestingly, God gave me utterance, and he will obey and he will do his work. So since then, I've fallen in love with him, because I said, it is people like this that really needs help. It is people like this that should be allowed to breathe. Those of you as fast, don't consider the slow one as if it's useless. And those of us who are giving them jobs, we should not say because he is slow, then he will not eat. And it should be, it should be cast away and be left in the hands of waywardness or antisocial society. So I started encouraging him. So I now gave him a project to do. His labor guy was like, because they are used to one another, and started mocking him, and that and that and that. Then I called the other guy. I saw that thing was really rampant. He would just call him names, he would just abuse him, he would do everything. Although he himself too, of course, as a human being, his reactions, I told you, anytime he was like going to be angry, I would calm him down. The good thing about him is that, you can easily calm him down if you don't allow things to go far too much. And he will calm down, continue to do his work. So this time around, I observed the behavior of the other guy, and I told him, sorry, you don't do this to your fellow man. You are fast, he's slow. All you need to do is cooperate with him, help him if you can. This guy is a guy that I have noticed him from the day they brought him, that he was just coming from a background that was uncertain. So, incidentally, you are a child of God. He is a child of God too, but you are a worker in your church. You are even being called a pastor. Then I said to him, do you know that the job I gave to him is an evangelism? I said, it is to evangelize him. You as a pastor, if you are quarreling with him, you will have no basis to invite him to your church and say, accept Yahushua as his Lord and personal Savior, because he will not see the practicality of love in you. But that I saw him and have been nurturing him that way, is getting happier and happier. I now said, I'm a pastor, you're a pastor. If you were to follow somebody, who would you follow between the two of us? Is it somebody that does not recognize you as a human being, does not value you as a human being, or somebody that is gently leading you up to Christ? Then I counseled him. He saw reason. Then he lay flat, prostrated, and said, Daddy, I never realized it that way. Please, I will not do so again. And they were able to do that work together successfully. What do I want to bring about from this story? Brethren, no two people are exactly the same, not even twins. Recognize the weaknesses and the strengths of another. In area of people's weaknesses, help them out. Help to build them. Don't mock them. Don't mock them. Let the weak or the poor, let them breathe. Everybody will go at his own pace. And you will win souls more, showing love. You know what Christ said? He said, "A new commandment have I brought to you, that you should love one another." I think that's John 13, verse 36 or thereabout, but John 13. A new commandment I brought to you. All right? That you should love one another. Do you know that the missing link in what is happening in the entire world that is causing chaos is because we don't love one another? Employer does not love the employee. It will make him to do the job of 100 naira. It will pay him 1 kobo, and the 1 kobo it will delay. Where is love? Employee does not love the employer. Everything, every day of his life, his plot, the thought of his heart is to defraud his organization. Ditto the government. Where is love? Every day, every now and then, the husband and wife will be fighting. Bible says, wives should submit to their husbands as Christ submitted his life, submitted himself to the church, that he laid his life down. But the woman will rather challenge the authority of the husband rather than submit. Submission does not mean slavery, does not mean oppression. How about the man? The man himself will turn around and roar like a lion. He thinks he holds the power of life and death, especially when he's getting blessed. And the woman is no longer relevant in his life. He would rather go and marry more and run into trouble. Where is love? Parents will spend their money buying ashwabi, drinking ogogoro, drinking in beer parlors, rather than spend such money on their children's education and show their children the way to make it in life. What will happen? Where is love? And children themselves, even some parents will sacrifice almost their lives for them. But when it is well with them, they forget about the parents. They dishonor their parents. They take no care of them. Where is the love? The government. The government that is making policies that will destroy and crumble businesses all the time. Where is the love? Then, Nigeria was operating toll gates before. During the Obasanjo regime, presidential regime, he had to pull down all those ones. When, according to what we heard, allegedly, the monies, the toll, the billions being collected on those roads were not remitted to government. They were going to private pockets. Where is the love? Where is the love? Children and orphanage homes, we could help. But we concentrated only upon our own children, neglecting those ones. Where is the application? And most of us are religious, we are pastors, we are evangelists. Where is the love? That reminds me, we have a school in my town, and part of our agenda this year, come September 2025, a new session, secondary school. I just was inspired to consider this orphanage home by offering scholarship to a number of students there. It's a private secondary school that we are doing well. Focus Life School in Ekiti, maybe Focus Life School in Ekiti. And this year, I said, let's advance. Let us begin to remember. This is the position, leadership position, that is at my disposal to be able to influence the life of others for the better. So I said, let's start to offer scholarship to a number of them. We are targeting initially about 5 students that will start with us from JSS 1 to SS3 without paying a tuition fee. I will be personally responsible for that, taking care of them in terms of school. They are not paying school fees. They are not paying school fees. I'm approaching them now. Why am I mentioning this to you? It's not to show you that I'm showing off. No, it just also clicked in my mind that there are some of you who want to help people, but you don't want to accommodate people. You don't want to adopt children from the orphanage home. You don't want to, because you know what it means. Human beings can change, and then there are some people who would have brought in these children that they knew not their background, and by the time they grow up, they don't respond to the wishes or the visions of their sponsors, and then they become something else in the family. That fear is there for some of you. But some of you want to really help people. I want to encourage you. You can do it without hurting yourself. I've trained people. I knew it will take the grace of God to have a good vision for somebody, and the person realizes it, because it takes two to tango. If the person does not key into your vision, you will labor in vain. On some of the people that I've tried to raise in life, I've labored in vain. But my consolation is that a large percentage of them were not like that. Today they are doing well. But you don't want to put yourself into the trouble of all this. Would you want to participate in this program without, if you want to know them, we'll let you know them. I just want to carry your own request along with my own, so that by September, these children will be taken to our schools. You're ready to pay their school fees? Please let me know. I'll give you the details. And I will discuss with the director of the school and everything of the orphanage home, and I will let you know what everything is all about. Our school fees are very moderate. I think the GS are paying 30-something thousand now. The SS are paying not more than 40,000 per term. Some of you can afford to take 1, 2, 3 children to help them. These are children that remember James 1:27. If you are a Christian, the Bible says your service to the Lord is only acceptable when you have a pure heart. You are helping the widows, the orphans, and the poor. Matthew 23:23 says the same thing. Luke 11:42 says the same thing. And then Matthew 22, verse 37 to 39 says, you shall love your God with the whole of your heart and with the whole of your mind, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. The missing link is love. You want to show love to somebody today, and you can do it You have the capability to do it. Why not take one or two, depending on your ability? You will pay straight to the school, or from uniform to everything you supply. The number that we are taking will pay for their uniform, pay their school, I will pay for their tuition fee. Or let me simply say that the school will not collect a dime from them. And these children will have quality education. At least in our various WAEC exams or NECO these days, we have recorded 98% score minimum of success. So this is what these children are going to profit from. Would you want to join us? Please do not hesitate to chat me on 080-344-65225. It's my WhatsApp number 080-344-65225. You can even do me a favor. Just text me. It could be through WhatsApp, or it could be. The reason that I may find it a bit difficult to get your WhatsApp message quickly is that your name is not yet on my list. So, well, one way or the other, I'll get it. Or you can text me on SMS and say, I'm interested in sponsoring, or just say yes to orphanage sponsorship. Yes to orphanage sponsorship. And I'll call you. We'll discuss. Let's begin to extend. You see, these children, if we don't take care of them, they will pollute the society. And our children that we are training, thinking that they will enjoy, they may become problems to them. May that not be our portion. Let us join hands to build a society. Let this weak and the poor breathe. Let them have access to things of life. Don't let the world continue to mock them as if God did not create them. Everybody is equally created by God. Please let us support the needy in our midst. And the orphans are the most qualified at this period. God bless you. Let the poor or the weak breathe. Remember to subscribe to my channel. You know somebody who is interested in also doing this, please, why not channel this to them? Transparency, integrity, honesty, transparency is our watchword. We will deliver and you will see the results. We will be sending the results to you. God bless you. Then like our videos. Share our videos. Subscribe to our channel so that together we do it better. The world will be molded better by you and I. God bless you. Just manage this for now and let us make it work. I'm grateful. Have a very wonderful time. Bye.